Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hollyoaks Dillon Ray has made a huge mistake after heading to the police station following yesterday's brutal attack. As part of an ongoing exploitation storyline, Grace Black and her brother Rex Gallagher are working with corrupt police officer D.I. Banks on a criminal operation involving the sexual exploitation of teenagers Frankie and Dylan. In yesterday's episode, Dylan was ambushed on his way home and brutally beaten up on the instruction of D.I. Banks, who had paid someone because Dylan turned down a client. Tonight, after seeing the mess Dylan's face had been left in, Frankie took him to see Grace, who gave them money so they wouldn't go to the police. At the police station, Grace asked D.I. Banks if he was behind Dylan's assault, and the crooked officer admitted his involvement as a warning to Grace. "If you don't fall in line, then you and everyone you care about will feel the full extent of what I'm capable of," Banks told Grace. In Price Slice, Donnie caught a glimpse of Dylan's messed up face and later showed up with a kind gesture of homemade soup, showing Dylan that his family loves him. Donnie encouraged Dylan to report the attack, saying he wants to help him with whatever he's been going through. Hollyoaks Dodger makes a harrowing decision in early streaming release. "I've been round the block a few times to know when someone's in over their head," Donnie said. "And I know how much worse it can get. I can help, but you've got to want it. So if and when you do, you know where to find me." Dylan then went to the station, telling them that he was there for Donnie, who had made the appointment, and he was ready to talk. Unaware the person he was talking to was the mastermind behind it all, D.I. Banks smiled and told Dylan he was in good hands now. Could Dylan be making a big mistake if D.I. Banks lets Grace know what he has done? Hollyoaks is bracing for one of its most devastating storylines, yet as Dillon Ray faces the aftermath of a brutal attack that will send shockwaves through the village and push him toward a mistake so massive it could change the course of his life forever, this gripping new arc will explore trauma, revenge, and the desperate lengths people will go to in the face of injustice, with powerful performances and heart-stopping twists. Along the way, viewers are in for an emotional roller coaster that promises to leave a lasting impact. In recent episodes, Dylan has already been walking a fragile line, following a series of intense personal pressures. From mounting family tensions to the toxic dynamics at school, Dylan has quietly been spiraling, but few expected the turning point to come so suddenly and violently. In upcoming scenes, viewers will witness Dylan become the victim of a vicious and unprovoked attack that will leave him bloody, broken, and terrified, not just physically but mentally. The incident, which producers are keeping tightly under wraps, is said to be one of the most hard-hitting and graphic portrayals of youth violence the soap has tackled in years. While the identity of the attackers remains a mystery, early spoilers suggest the incident is connected to a simmering feud that has been building quietly in the background, and when the truth is finally revealed, it won't just expose the culprits, it will uncover secrets that several characters have been hiding for months, possibly years. The aftermath will also push Dylan into unfamiliar and dangerous territory as he wrestles with fear, rage, and the desire for justice. But in his quest to make things right, he'll end up making a decision that could ruin his future. Sources close to the show have revealed that Dylan's big mistake will come in the form of a retaliatory act that spirals way out of his control. In his desperate need to reclaim power and protect himself, Dylan will lash out, and in doing so will cross a line that not even he thought he was capable of crossing. The result is a moment of shocking violence that will not only change how others see him, but how he sees himself. It's a gut-wrenching twist that's already being hailed as one of the show's most emotionally charged turns in recent memory. Speaking exclusively to the press, the actor behind Dylan hinted at what's to come, saying Dylan has always felt like he was trying to prove himself, but after the attack he stops caring about right and wrong. He starts thinking more like someone who's been pushed to the edge. It's about survival now. It's about making sure he's never seen as weak again. But in trying to protect himself, he ends up hurting people who care about him, and that's going to haunt him for a long time. The storyline will also draw in several other key characters, including Frankie, who is left horrified by Dylan's actions, and struggles with whether to support him or turn him in to the police. Their bond, which has always been one of trust and honesty, will be put to the ultimate test as Frankie uncovers just how far Dillon has gone to try to erase his trauma from the attack. Viewers can expect some deeply emotional scenes between the two as Frankie desperately tries to reach the boy she once knew. Meanwhile, Donnie is pulled into the drama when Dillon's secret nearly destroys an already fragile truce between their families. As tensions erupt, Donnie finds himself caught in the middle of a community divided between sympathy and condemnation. One moment in particular, involving Donnie confronting Dillon in a rain-soaked alleyway, is already being teased as a standout performance with raw intensity and heartbreaking revelations. Executive producer Lucy Allen has described the storyline as one of the most challenging and important the show has tackled, saying, "What we're doing with Dillon is about showing the long-term impact of violence, especially when it happens to someone already struggling with their identity and place in the world. We wanted to tell a story that's not just about the attack itself, but about the choices we make afterward, the pain, the confusion, and the consequences that can ripple out and touch everyone around us." She added, "Dillon's journey won't be easy, and there's no clear hero or villain here. This is about gray areas and real emotions, and how trauma can twist even the kindest soul into doing something unrecognizable." As the storyline progresses, viewers will see Dillon become increasingly isolated, paranoid, and unable to trust even those closest to him. He begins shutting down, emotionally lashing out at teachers, family, and even Frankie. In one intense sequence, he trashes his bedroom and screams at his own reflection, furious at how powerless he feels. The moment is said to be one of the most raw and unfiltered depictions of teenage trauma the show has ever aired, and is expected to be accompanied by support helplines due to its sensitive nature. But it's not just the emotional fallout that will keep fans gripped. There's also a major twist, coming in the form of CCTV footage of the original attack, footage that may not tell the full story, or worse, may suggest that Dillon was not as innocent as he first claimed. The soap is playing its cards close to its chest, but insiders suggest that what's captured on that footage will send the storyline in a whole new direction and could lead to a shocking arrest that no one sees coming. Adding another layer of tension is the introduction of a new character, a mysterious older teen named Jaden, who claims to be on Dillon's side, but whose motives may not be entirely pure. Described as charming, manipulative, and street-smart, Jaden quickly becomes Dillon's confidant, but may ultimately be the one who pushes him toward his darkest decision. Yet there's a chilling scene in which Jaden tells Dillon, "You've already lost everything, you might as well make it count," and it's in that moment that Dillon's fate is sealed. As the community begins to unravel around him, Dillon will be forced to confront the very worst version of himself, and the question becomes, can he ever come back from it, or will this one mistake define him forever? Fans have already taken to social media to praise the bold storytelling, with many comparing it to classic Hollyoaks arcs like those of Steve's domestic abuse journey or Brody's battle with his abuser. The show has never shied away from tackling heavy issues, but with Dillon's story, there's a rawness and urgency that makes it feel deeply personal and painfully real. In a particularly harrowing upcoming scene, Dillon is seen visiting the hospital alone, his bruises still fresh, his hands shaking as he stares at the entrance, too afraid to go inside. The moment is heartbreakingly silent and speaks volumes about the isolation many victims feel in the wake of violence. It's this kind of nuanced storytelling that has made Hollyoaks such a vital voice in British television, and this latest arc only cements its legacy as a show unafraid to go to dark places in the pursuit of truth. But perhaps the most gut-punching moment of all comes in the form of a voicemail Dillon records late at night. After everything has gone wrong, a message he never sends to Frankie. In it, he admits, "I don't know who I am anymore. I thought I was strong, but I'm just scared and angry all the time, and I hate that you saw me like that, because I think if you look at me now, you won't see your friend, you'll just see a monster." It's a raw confession that encapsulates everything. This storyline is about the fear of being judged, the desperation to be understood, and the crushing weight of guilt. As the storyline hurtles toward its climax, viewers can expect a dramatic showdown involving the police, a public confrontation, and a shocking confession that will change everything. Dillon's mistake will have far-reaching consequences, not just for him, but for everyone around him, And in true Hollyoaks fashion, the final twist may leave even the most seasoned soap fans speechless. With powerful performances, a gripping narrative, and a brutally honest look at the consequences of violence, this is shaping up to be one of the show's most unforgettable arcs. And as the credits roll on what could be the most heartbreaking week in the show's history, one question will linger: what happens when the victim becomes the threat? One thing is certain: Dillon's life will never be the same again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.